everyone, welcome to English Wise. Are you the one struggling in summarize spoken text, highlight incorrect words, filling the blanks, or write from dictation, or any of the part of your listening section PTE? Then you are at the right video. Today I am going to discuss the complete listening section in detail with some good tips and tricks that can actually help you to get your desired score. Make sure you like and subscribe our channel before we start the video so you get all the weekly updates, all new tips and tricks that can actually help you to get your desired score. So let's begin with the listening portion. Listening is the very important section of your PT test. If you are doing good in your listening portion, then only you are able to get a very good score in your writing. Yes, you heard me right. If you are doing good in your listening, then only you are able to get marks in your writing portion because listening gives a lots and lots of points to your writing portion. So listening in total has got 8 part with it. Summarize spoken text, multiple choice choose multiple answers, highlight correct summary, multiple choice choose single answer, select missing word, fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictations. So these are all the parts of listening section and we are going to discuss them in detail. As you know that PT sections are interconnected to each other. As I mentioned before, the same thing that listening gives lots and lots of points to your writing section, the same way listening gets marks from another section, which is that section it is speaking. So the repeat sentences and retell lecture of your speaking section give points to listening portion. If you are catching a very good content in repeat sentences, speaking it with a good flow, you are going to get marks in listening. The another thing is retail lecture. If you get lots of phrases, lots of content, the same way in your retail lecture, speaking it with a good fluency, you are going to get the score in your listening portion. If any one of you is lacking score in listening portion, would recommend that please work on your repeat sentences and retail lecture. They are the key to get the score in your listening portion. Now we are going to understand the first part of your listening portion, which is summarize spoken text. As the name suggests, there will be a spoken text and you have to summarize that. Number of questions will be there, 1 to 2 in your test, and marks are 25. 12 marks to writing, 13 marks to listening because you listen and write in this. What to do is you will listen to an audio, you have to get the main points of the audio, you have to get lots of phrases or important keywords from the lecture and note it down, and then you have to type it properly. The audio can be 60 to 90 seconds long. The next marking criteria we have is form. What does form means is your word count. You have a word count of 50 to 70 words. You cannot write the summary less than 50 words or more than 70 words. If you do so, you will be lacking points in that. The another factors are grammar and vocabulary. Grammar is the structure of your sentence you are going to write in your summary is correct. Just don't go for writing complicated words or sentences. Choose simple structure lines or phrases so that your summary looks meaningful and grammatically correct. The second thing is your vocabulary. You must use a range of vocabulary. You do not keep on repeating the words. You can use the synonyms or you can use the good keywords over there. That is going to help you to get score in your vocabulary. Spellings, the last criteria for spoken text. Spellings play important role in your complete listening section. Why? Because it gives points to your writing. Not only in spoken text, it gives points to writing portion through other sections of your listening. So make sure that you are going good with your spellings. You can write both British and American English. S and Z both are acceptable, and make sure if you are unsure of any spelling, do not write that, do not take a risk. You can repeat the keyword, but you cannot write a wrong spelling. If you do so, you will be losing point in your listening plus writing respectively. So make sure you are writing the correct spelling. Let's look at steps to follow which you need when you are framing your summary. The first step is you have to listen the information and the lecture carefully. Note down the main important keywords, phrases, as much as content you can write. You have to do it. That is the only way you are going to get marks in your listening portion. Second thing, you have to plan or organize a good structure where you need to put a noun, verb. You cannot just jumble the words and go for wrong grammar. You have to check that you plan and organize which information needs to be topic, which next, and supporting one. Third thing, begin to write your summary, but don't repeat all the information. Stop repeating the keywords in your summarized spoken text. Always have different keywords or phrases. You cannot repeat. If you do so, you will be losing points. Last, cross check, proofread your work always so that you can edit your errors. If there is any type of grammar, spelling, typos, anything, you have to make sure that you follow this four step wisely. It's time for tips and tricks. First tip is develop an effective note taking system. Do not just go for writing the words on the page at different sides. Make a good table with the help of horizontal and vertical lines. Write your phrases in boxes so that you get a clear structure. You are able to understand your handwriting. Do not write it very fast because afterwards you won't be able to understand your handwriting. Be neat and clean. Make a table, note down the keywords. Focus on the main point, which of the information the speaker is repeating again and again. It's highlighting a lot, that make sure that you write that information. Paraphrasing the information will always help you to gain extra points. If you think, okay, you have written the complete statement and you have heard a complete statement and you have noted down, just paraphrase it and that will give you extra point. Whenever you are writing the keywords, you have to make sure that they are grammatically correct and grammatically simple. Do not go for complex sentences. It can create grammatical errors. So always make sure that you have a simple grammar lines that can help you to get the score. There should be a structured response. There should be like you are writing the main topic, important words, important word in conclusion, at the end what she said or he said in the lecture. So you have to make sure that your framing is good. The first thing, do not bring any outside information. You cannot write things. If you know the topic, you have an idea of the topic, do not write your own ideas. Always go for the things which are mentioned in the lecture. Last, just avoid including the unnecessary or repetition of the words. If you do so, you will be losing point, yes, but if you have less keywords in your spoken text while doing the exam, you can repeat, being on the safe side. But if always just start from day one, that you have at least 12 to 18 good phrases or keywords, that can only help you to get the score. Do not write single keywords that you are writing eating, drinking. No, that should be group of words, 2 to 3 words, 2 words, adjective plus noun. That can only be helpful to get the good score. Always make sure that you have an eye on your word count. Do not just keep on writing. Minimum 50, maximum 70. So this was the tips about summarize written text. Let's switch to next thing. So the summary and the keywords, you can actually frame that with the help of this template. This template is definitely going to help you in framing a very good summary. You can just fit your phrases and your keywords, meaningful words into this template. As you can see, the template is structured very effectively. You just need to, wherever you can see the words keyword is mentioned, there you have to just write down your keywords. You can see you have to write the very first line. A noteworthy point revealed in that lecture was about. Here you can write your phrase 1, phrase 2, or phrase 3. If you have three words in your phrase, or if you got a sentence of 5 6 words, you can only write the sentence, or you can write two words together as a keyword. Then you have to write the second line to elaborate further. There was some information on keyword 4, keyword 5, and keyword 6. Make sure your keywords are meaningful. You cannot write single keywords like picture. It should be beautiful picture, colorful picture that makes a good sense and give you a meaningful word. Write the line. A considerable amount of significance was laid on, then keyword 7, 8, and 9. Additionally, a vital point was about, then you have to write down the keywords in there. In conclusion, the lecture provides crucial details about, write the keywords and phrases. All the phrases or keywords should be meaningful. I'm repeating. You can just cram this, fit your phrases and keywords, you are going to get a very good summary and you will be getting points in there. Let's take an example or have a look at the example. I have done one summary for you all. You can see the instructions. You will hear a short lecture. Write a summary for a fellow student who was not present at the lecture. You should write 50 to 70 words. There will be no transcript provided to you in your exam, or the recording won't be played twice, only once it will be played. You have to get the meaningful keywords as I got, you can see Antarctica and discoveries, universities, researchers, land animals, land species in the area, new designs, biography, biodiversity, the main keywords, the ocean and the poles, tropical climate. The more meaningful keywords you have, more marks you are going to get. And you can see I have achieved 10 on 10, and I have framed just fit the keywords and phrases in there and the templates. This is known as a keyword, new design, and phrases is like land, species in the area. This is a phrase. The more keywords and phrases you have, more marks in your spoken text you will be getting. The next thing we are going to discuss is multiple choice, choose multiple answer. As the name suggests, it's an MCQ question and you have to choose many answers in there. What is in there? A question will be highlighted on the screen along with some options as answer. A recording of 40 to 90 seconds will be played. You have to find the suitable answer of that question from the given recording. Make sure that you select only one, even if it says multiple. Why? Because there is a negative marking in this. There is answer for there, you will score one for each correct answer and one for each incorrect answer. If you select an incorrect word, you will be losing points. So you have to make sure that you only select one answer for which you are sure. If you are unsure, just select option C in there and you are all good to go. So you don't need to worry about that. They are not much important. You can just go by listing, select option C, and it's all done. Now let's have a look at the example of choose multiple answers. You can see on my screen. Read the instructions carefully. Listen to the recording and answer the question by selecting all the correct responses. You will need to select more than one response. In this question, you can see there is a question given and a recording will be played. You have to select two responses, but as I mentioned earlier that there is a negative marking in this question, so being on the safer side, we'll only be selecting one option so that we don't go be a part of negative marking. So let's listen to the recording.
Notice, for example, how people who have unusual hobbies, opinions, strong or unconventional behavior tend to congregate. They form clubs, hold meetings, and organize rallies where they can get together and discuss their enthusiasms, common or problems. The important word is common. They look for other people with whom they can share what in the normal run of events is regarded by relatives, friends, and neighbors as an oddity. A crowd, even a small crowd, is reassuring. Probably all of us recognize a tension within ourselves between the two forces of individualism and conformity. For at the same time that most of us are going with the crowd, we tend to resent any suggestion that this is what we are doing. We feel a self-conscious need to assert our individuality, as when the belligerent man at the bar informs his small audience, "Well, I say what I think." Or the wary stranger to whom we have just been introduced announces, "You must take me as you find me. I don't stand on ceremony."
Now the recording is completed. What I feel the answer is either B or the last one, E. But I won't take a risk. I'll only select one for which I'm 100% sure. So for the B, I am 100% sure and I'll just verify it. So my one is correct and I didn't take a chance, so I got one. But what if I have selected something wrong? Then I would have got zero. So select rationally, just select for which you're 100% sure. Otherwise, select option C and move forward. That's it. The next part is highlight correct summary. What is in there? You will be listening a recording of approx 30 to 90 seconds and there will be some options or some sentences will be highlighted on the screen. You have to guess that which sentence or paragraph suits the recording in there. So you have to select only one option in there. You can't select more than one. This will help you to get score in reading, not much, approx point 0.5 to 0.75 points. In this, you have to make sure that you just first read the paragraphs and then try to match it with your. Let's have a look at the example for highlight correct summary. You'll hear a recording and you have to click on the paragraph that best relates or suits to the recording. You can see a recording will be played and there are some lines, sentences, paragraph is given. You have to select the correct one. This give marks to your reading as well. So let's listen to the audio.
If there were awards for tourism phrases that have been hijacked, diluted, and misused, then ecotourism would earn top prize. The term first surfaced in the early 1980s, reflecting a surge in environmental awareness and a realization by tour operators that many travelers wanted to believe their presence abroad would not have a negative impact. It rapidly became the hottest marketing tag a holiday could carry. These days, the ecotourism label has broadened out to cover anything from a 2-week tour living with remote tribes to a 1-hour motorboat trip through an Australian gorge. In fact, any tour that involves cultural interaction, natural beauty spots, wildlife, or a dash of soft adventure is likely to be included in the overflowing ecotourism folder. There is no doubt the original motives behind the movement were honorable attempts to provide a way for those who cared to make informed choices, but the lack of regulations and a standard industry definition left many travelers lost in an ecotourism jungle.
So I think the answer is the last one. Let's check it out. And that's correct. I got one on one. So this was all about highlight correct summary. If you get the answer, that's okay. If you don't, then just make sure you select option C and go forward. So the next thing which we are going to do is highlight incorrect words. As the name suggests that something is incorrect, you have to highlight it. As you used to mark down with the marker in your school times, the same way you have to just click and highlight it. So there will be two questions in your exam. Total mark 16.9, listening 7.9 and reading 8.9. So in this section what you have to basically do, there will be a paragraph given and a recording of that paragraph will be played. After listening to that, you will notice that some of the words are different from the recording as written in the paragraph. Your task is basically to find out the mistakes in the transcript when you are listening to the audio. You have to go side by side parallelly. You can't go just after listening then you start to click. No, you have to go just along with the audio. You have to keep highlighting. Every recording can be of 30 to 90 seconds and you'll get these questions 2 to 3 times as I mentioned before as well, and you have 10 seconds to skim the text before the actual recording plays. You'll get a preparation time just to look at the paragraph and notice that it will play automatically only once, so you no need to keep focus all the time. So there will be no twice recording played. So you have to make sure that you only get it in once. If you go for second time, then it's already gone. You won't get any points for that. So, as every question or everything has a negative side, same thing, highlight incorrect words also have a negative side. It is having a negative scoring or negative marking in this. If you are selecting a word which was not spoken by the speaker, which the speaker did not speak, and you still highlight it, it gonna be wrong, and some marks from your right will also be deducted. So there will be no points to that. So you have to make sure you only select those answers for which you are 100% sure. Let's understand the tips and tricks. So first thing is make sure you always read the text before the audio begins. Why? There is a reason behind that. As I have shown you the paragraph, when you go for skimming, you will automatically, if you have a good grammar knowledge, you will automatically see that the word which is incorrect is making a wrong grammar sense. So that will be a plus point when you are highlighting the incorrect word. That will give you an opportunity to find out the incorrect word so you don't go for negative marking. So make sure you read the text before, so that if you think if any of the word in the sentence is not making sense, then that's definitely the incorrect one. Place your cursor at the first word. As and when the recording is going to start, just put your cursor at the start and move along and read the paragraph in your mind. Wheresoever your and your speaker's words are different, click over there. Move your hand. You have to make sure that you move your hand. Don't lose your focus or don't try to think anything else while it's going on. Go in a flow with it and don't change your selections in the end. So, which you have made selections already, don't go for. But yes, if you think you have made any guess, just change it. Don't just make sure you don't select that. Make sure you don't fall behind the audio. The same thing I told you before as well. It shouldn't be like that you are on the start and the speaker is ahead. So you have to make sure you go with the speaker, along with the speaker when the speaker is speaking, and you have to move your hand along with that. Don't make random guesses as there is a negative marking. So you have to make sure and be very, very careful when attempting this. Practice with a variety of authentic audio clips. Accents can be changed. You can get lots of practice questions at our Englishwise portal. There will be various type of accents in there, fast, slow, and change of accents definitely. So it will be really helpful whenever you are practicing highlight incorrect words. Make sure you focus more in this. You can easily get a good point for your reading from this section. Let's do an example together how incorrect words looks like and how you have to actually perform that. So this is the paragraph as you can see. Read the instructions. You will hear a recording. Below is a transcription of the recording. Some words in the transcription differ from what the speaker said. Please click on the words that are different. So I'll play the recording, but in exam it will be played automatically and you have to just select. Let's do it together.
A mild form of hallucination is known as a disturbance and can occur in most of the senses above. These may be things like seeing movement in peripheral vision or hearing faint noises and slash or voices. Auditory hallucinations are very common in schizophrenia. They may be benevolent, telling the subject good things about themselves, or malicious, cursing the subject, etc. Auditory hallucinations of the malicious type are frequently heard. For example, people talking about the subject behind his slash or back. Like auditory hallucinations, the source of the visual counterpart can also be behind the subject's back. Their visual counterpart is the feeling of being looked or stared at, usually with malicious intent. Frequently, auditory hallucinations and their visual counterpart are experienced by the subject together.
Now I have selected. Let's verify it. I got 7 and 8. Why? I was not sure about this cannot, so I didn't take a risk. I just selected for those for which I was 100% sure. Now let's do an example in which I'll be selecting intentionally a wrong word and I'll show you how negative marking works. So this you can see I did not select this, so it's all fine. I just got safe from the negative marking. Let's do the another one.
The infinite monkey theorem states that a monkey hitting keys at random on a typewriter keyboard for an infinite amount of time will almost surely type a given text, such as the complete works of William Shakespeare. In this context, almost surely is a mathematical term with a precise meaning, and the monkey isn't an actual monkey, but a metaphor for an abstract device that produces a random sequence of letters ad infinitum. The theorem illustrates the perils of reasoning about infinity by imagining a vast but finite number and vice versa. The probability of a monkey exactly typing a complete work, such as Shakespeare's Hamlet, is so tiny that the chance of it occurring during a period of time of the order of the age of the universe is minuscule, but not zero. But technologies can help monkeys to write. If the monkeys are given a pen and some papers to spell the word monkey, they can only scratch on the paper. By contrast, if they are given a typewriter, it will take them over 10 years to produce the right spelling. However, if they can use computer programming, they can finish the task within a day.
Now I have selected this minuscule word intentionally just to show you the negative marking. Now you can see one red. I didn't select these intentionally to show you. Now you can see I got 7 and 10. Accordingly, I should have got 9 or 8, definitely 8 because 2 were already I have not highlighted. But if you can see here, this word was wrong. It was not spoken by the speaker. I still selected it, so I have to be there with the negative marking. So I selected one wrong word, so I have to just give away one right one as well. So I got 7 and 10. So this is how negative marking works. So the next is multiple choice choose single answer, which is quite similar to multiple choice multiple answer and highlight correct summary. In this section, what you basically have to do is you will be listening an audio and answer a multiple choice question by choosing one correct answer. As the name suggests, choose single answer. You have to only select one answer. The score is either 1 or 0. No negative marking in there. Just select one correct. You'll get the point. If no, then you'll get the 0. And the audio length can be 30 to 60 seconds, and the questions is usually about the text or the content. Basically, you have to make sure that you listen it properly, carefully, and you get your correct answer. The recording will be played only once, no second time. If you know the answer, select it. If you don't know, just select an option C. That's it. Let's do an example for choose single answer. Make sure you read the instructions carefully in every part or every section of PT test. Listen to the recording and answer the multiple choice question by selecting the correct response. Only one response is correct. Let's listen to the recording now.
An estimated 34 million Americans provide unpaid care to adults age 50 or older every year, according to the National Alliance for Caregiving and AARP, and that number is rapidly growing. More than half of those caregivers feel they have to make compromises at work to care for their aging parents, according to a new survey from Home Instead, Incorporated, franchisor of the Home Instead Senior Care Network. With the rise in our aging population, more and more adult children are assuming the role of caregiver while also maintaining a full or part-time job. This pressure to balance work and caregiving responsibilities has left 61% of working caregivers feeling as if they must choose between being a good employee and being a good daughter or son. To make matters worse, only 29% of these caregivers are satisfied with their employer's family leave policy. As this issue grows to impact a larger percentage of the workforce, it will be essential that employees and employers work together to find solutions.
So I think the answer is option C, and I got it correct. Make sure you select the answer one only, and if you're sure, go for it. If you're not sure, again I'm repeating, select option C, and everything is all good. The next part is select missing word. In this, again, you have to listen to the recording. It can be of 20 to 60 or 70 seconds as well. But the end word of the recording will be replaced by a beep, and some options below the recording will be given. You have to select the correct option which can replace the sound of beep and make a good sentence or paragraph. So the score is either 1 or 0 in this. No negative marking again. You'll get 2 to 3 in your exam. Don't spend more than 1 minute. I would say don't spend more than 10 seconds as well. Just go for, once you hear the recording, choose answer and move to next, because they are not of high importance. Just select option C and move forward. So multiple choice single answer, multiple answer, highlight correct summary, and missing words. Don't spend too much time on that. Just select option C and move forward. So now we are going to do an example for select missing words. Read the instructions again. You will hear a recording about a topic. At the end of the recording, the last word or group of words has been replaced by a beep. Select the correct option to complete the recording. So there are four options in there. You have to listen the recording carefully and check which word is best suitable to complete the recording. Let's listen to it.
Contemporary art has, in fact, become an integral part of today's middle class society. Even works of art which are fresh from the studio are met with enthusiasm. They receive recognition rather quickly, too quickly for the taste of the surlier culture critics. Of course, not all works of art are bought immediately, but there is undoubtedly an increasing number of people who enjoy buying brand new works of art. Instead of fast and expensive cars, they buy the paintings, sculptures, and photographic works of young artists. They know that contemporary art also adds to their social prestige. Furthermore, since art is not exposed to the same wear and tear as automobiles, it is in principle a far.
Now you heard that there was a beep and we have to check which is the correct. So I think better investment, and that's the correct one. So if you are sure about the answer, write it. Otherwise, just select option C and move forward. Now, the last and the most important section of your listening, which gives lots and lots of points to the other sections as well, After repeat sentences, as repeat sentences of your speaking is the highest scorer, and this is the second highest one. It is very important. If you lack in this, then there are less chances that you achieve your desired score. Yes, you heard me right. So this is the most important section. Let's learn more about it. So if we talk about number of questions, there will be 3 to 4 questions. The most important thing, marks 46.5, such a big score. Writing 26.8 and listening 19.7. You can see, being the part of listening section, it gives more scores to your writing portion, which is 26.8. So it is very useful for your writing portion if you want to get your desired score in this. So in this, you will hear a sentence and you have to type it as it is. Before hearing the sentence, you will actually get 7 seconds just to prepare and be focused. So you get ready for the audio. Then the audio plays automatically. It will only be played once, no second chance to hear. So be focused and be calm and composed when you are hearing. Try to understand it always. Or what you can do, when the audio is playing, you can usually take notes little bit if you want to write the short keywords or something like that. And spelling has to be 100% correct. If there is any error in spelling, you will be losing point in your writing portion. Yes. Let's come to the strategies. I'll be explaining what to do before listening, after listening, and big thing, during listening. So before listening, what you have to do is you will get 7 seconds to get ready, and in that time, make sure you are calm and composed and focused. Put your cursor in the box wheresoever you have to type it down. So afterwards, when the audio is finished, you do not find your cursor where it is. So place your cursor, and whenever the recording stops, just start typing. After listening, what you have to do is, when the recording ends, you wrote the sentence, check your work properly, your grammar, spelling, punctuation is correct. Punctuation doesn't play important role, but still grammar and spelling does. So make sure you check it properly, because it don't do that like you wrote the sentence and you have to move next. Now, cross checking is very, very important in this. Let's understand what you have to exactly do while listening. So keep focus on every single word you hear, because it is very important if you want to get score in your writing plus listening both. And try to understand the overall meaning. If you are able to understand the meaning of the sentence in repeat sentences and in dictations, you are definitely going to write the correct one. So always focus on understanding the content, which helps you remember better. Yes. Type your answers on the screen, unless like, just don't be hesitate. First listen, when the recording finishes, then type your answer and check next. If you find difficult to type, what you can do is, you are listening, you can write the short forms and then you can transfer it to the screen. But in my recommendation, I would definitely suggest that go for understanding the sentence and type it on the screen. Don't go for multitasking, listening and writing together. It will be a wrong thing. Go for listening and understanding first, then switch to writing. Let's understand the tips and tricks. First, always listen to understand. Whenever you are listening the sentence, you have to make sure that you understand the meaning of the sentence. That will help you to remember it in a better way. Second, improve your note taking strategy. Don't go on writing the complete words. You can write short forms, write neat and clean, and always try to understand. And making a good note strategy will be helpful. Enhance spellings. Only spellings can help you to get score in your writing. Spellings are the most important. Practice as much as you can, at least 15 to 20 every day. You can type as many as possible. This means that you can write an extra word with each word. Only one single word. You can't write three words with each word. Only one single word. Always review and revise. That means cross check your sentence properly every time whenever you go for it. So this was all about write from dictation. Now we are going to do an example for it. Let's do an example. Read the instructions carefully. You will hear a sentence. Type the sentence in the box below exactly as you hear it. Write as much of the sentence as you can. You will hear the sentence only once. So it will be similar in the exam as well. You have to type it in the box, place your cursor here, and listen the recording.
To graduate, students have to pass some important tests first.
So this was the recording. To graduate. The tip was write an extra word. It was graduate or graduates, student or students has have to pass passed some important important test tests first, full stop. Now you can say dot extra word with each word, not so many, only one word. Verify. And as you can see, I scored 10 on 10. There is no negative marking in this. You can write an extra word. Which words were right? I got point for that. Which were not? It just gone. So you don't need to worry about anything in there. So this was all about write from dictation. Practice as much as you can. It is going to help you get a very good score. So, this was all the listening section. I have discussed all the tips and tricks in detail with some samples that can really help you to get your desired score. Make sure you follow this and practice. If you got any doubts, queries, or question, you can definitely comment it down and we'll definitely reply you. And if you got any questions, you can contact us on the given number and visit your nearest English Wise branch. We are there to help you. We are happy to help you. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video with some new content.